All right, what's going on, y'all? It's your girl Vanity here. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful week so far. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about the situation with Carlisha Hood. And I have to make a really quick correction because I did a really quick shorts on here and I said that she was in Atlanta. I was wrong. Carlisha Hood, the situation that happened with her was in Chicago. So my apologies to everybody in Atlanta. I just wanted to make that really quick correction. Now, I have to talk about this. This situation has been in my heart and mind, and there have been a lot of changes that have happened that regarding the situation with the young lady and her son. So, as we know, they had the incident that was in the Chinese restaurant with this thug. We're gonna call him what he is, a thug, Jeremy. And subsequently, the Carlisha's son shot him. In my opinion, rightfully so. And the young man, he ended up dying, I believe, at the scene. Carlisha, which is 35, she was arrested. And then her and her son, they were also arrested and they went to jail. And thank God that they were acquitted. The prosecutor ended up seeing the evidence where we saw what happened with Jeremy when he viciously attacked her. And then they actually saw the attack. They saw her son defend her honor. Thank God he was there, because that situation could have ended up so bad. She could have been killed. She could have fell and hit her head. The way he hit her like she was a man. They were acquitted. So there's a couple things that I want to talk about, right? In the YouTube shorts that I did, I talked about women, that we have to make better decisions as it comes to our interactions with men. People in general, but specifically men. And I'm just going to say this, I'll be really quick with this part. Ladies, you got to stop fighting and arguing with men. It's not worth it. When you're in public places and I don't know, I guess we'll find out as the details come out why they were fighting. It looked like they were talking about food for whatever reason. Jeremy took that out on her and ended up attacking her. But I feel, and I'm not blaming Carlisha, but I do feel strongly that had she just walked away from that situation, that wouldn't have happened. She continued, he gave her a forewarning and said, if you continue to talk, I'm gonna steal on you, or whatever he said, and then he ended up following through with that. But I feel like if she would have just let it go, that wouldn't have happened. So ladies, I just think we have to use better judgment in situations like that. Men are not always gonna be gentlemen. People have mental health issues. We don't know what was going on with Jeremy, but he ended up hitting her, and then look what ended up happening. So I wanna get that out of the way. I have an issue with the fact that Carlisha and her son were acquitted. The charges are dropped, and now she's trying to bring her own charges, I believe, civilly against the city of Chicago. So there's two things, right? Girl, you got away with it, walk away. You're doing the most. I'm assuming her attorney is probably probing her and encouraging her to try to bring charges because she feels that she was wrongly arrested. First of all, someone died. So they're following protocol. They have to do an investigation. So I don't believe that you were wrongly arrested. You fled the scene, which you shouldn't have done that. But you and your son got up out of there, and they ended up arresting you without knowing. They just took witnesses' account. I believe Jeremy's girlfriend told them her side of the story, which didn't line up with Carlisha, and you were arrested. All right, so as I was saying before, the situation happened, you fled, you were arrested. Once they found and saw the evidence, you were acquitted, and they dropped the charges. My issue is, Carlisha, now you were lucky to get away with this. You need to be focusing on the healing of you and your son. And I think you're doing too much. I think you're trying to make some type of profit off of this situation instead of moving on with your life. Morally, I have an issue with it. What is it that you are trying to do? You're trying to get some monetary gain from this situation where someone lost his life? Because even though it was warranted, it's still unfortunate that this young man lost his life, regardless of what he did. You spent 5 days in jail. You didn't spend a year in jail. That would maybe be a different story. You spent 5 days in jail, and you and your son have gotten very lucky. You're doing too much, Carlisha. So I want you guys to drop down in the comments. Let me know you got your guys' thoughts about that, because I just think that it's wrong. I think that she should take the blessings that she has received, that God has bestowed upon her, and keep it moving. My last point, I think Carlisha is in danger. We know the culture and the nature of what happens in Chicago. Instead of trying to pursue this other legal course of action, Carlisha, I believe you need to be getting up out of Chicago. Chicago is known for being a retaliatory city. There's a lot of gang culture there. It's a beautiful city, one of my favorite cities. I love Chicago, but there's another side of Chicago. And I believe that if this man was had the capability of stealing on you like that several times, like you were a grown man, who knows who's also in his life. We don't know his background. He could be a gang member. Maybe he's not. We don't know. But I think that she's in danger, and I really sincerely mean that. She's a relatively young woman. I think that his family and friends are probably going to be looking for her. So I don't know if Carlisha ends up seeing this, or if anybody in her life ends up seeing this. You should encourage your sister to move out of Chicago. That's what I would be doing. I probably would say, somebody pack my stuff up for me. I'm getting the hell up out of this city. I believe she's in grave danger, and she should get up out of there instead of trying to pursue some type of frivolous lawsuit against the city of Chicago, which we know that city is petty. We've seen what happened with them with Jussie Smollett. We see that when you take certain courses of action, I'm not saying it's right against Chicago, but we know what they are capable of. Who's to say they won't bring another type of civil lawsuit against her? My point is, Carlisha, take your blessing and go. In addition to that, please get up out of Chicago, because I think your life and your son's life is in danger. You have murdered someone. Unfortunately, it is what it is, whether it was in self-defense, not you, but your son. So take the blessing and go. So anyway, you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this. I'm curious to see, what do you guys think? Do you think that she is well within her right? Well, she is within her right to file a lawsuit. Is it the right thing to do? That is what's in question. So let me know what you guys think about that. I had to come and talk to you guys about that. And do you guys agree that she's in danger? I think she is. I think she needs to get up out of Chicago. So God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.